like everything about you. Everything about you.
Brew day again. Here we are. Here we are brewing here for your enjoyment and for my enjoyment. And thank you for clicking and watching today. Hazy IPA experiment number 3. The first one, just wanted to see what the yeast does to impart haze. London 3, classic New England style hazy IPA strain to just a regular ale strain. Not much difference on haze. Second experiment, what would just dry hopping early do, and a lot of it as opposed to dry hopping late? Polyphenols and the hops get onto the proteins in the malt and create permanent haze. With biotransformation, that's what I want to explore. Not much difference on those. However, the late dry hopped one that I dry hopped in the keg did end up clearing a little bit. I'll show the photo right now of that. But I dumped the other one, the early dry hopped one, before I could really see side by side between the late dry hopped one and the early one. It was a good month after. So, I don't know how much that one would clear it up, but the late one did clear up. To really further drive home this hazy thing, I'm going to use a hop oil, or a hop shot, if you will. And this is just essentially the oils of the hops. So I got this from homebrewing.org. They have like a Cascade one. They have Columbus. I went with Cascade because I like Cascade a lot. For me, that it's going to be 2.25 milliliters. Roughly gets me to about 50 IBUs on my bittering edition. I want to take out as much of the polyphenols as I possibly can to see what just large dry hopping does. If I do a large biotransformation dry hopping on this and only do a bittering edition and do a 15-minute edition in the boil, and that's it, what are these dry hops going to impart? My theory last time was that the long steep on this, you're extracting a lot of polyphenols in there anyway by doing that big steep. So it's almost like a really early dry hop. So it's just going to be my hop shot edition, one edition at 15 minutes in the boil, and then that's it. I'm going to cool it down to target temp, and which is whatever yeast I use. I have a lager strain I might use, and that's it. And then dry hop really early in one, and then dry hop late in the other. So like late meaning like in the keg. And then I'm going to do a hot sparge. I've been doing cold sparges. The hot sparge is going to be, want to see if I get more efficiency. Just an experiment in that range. I've been doing cold sparges with pretty good efficiency, in the low 70s for efficiency. So yeah, we'll see. I've been wanting to try sous vide whey to mash in with. And I saw this on Facebook of like months ago. And then I was watching a YouTube channel, a video from the YouTube channel Short Circuited Brewers. And they had a video on there where it showed how to use the sous vide to mash in with. And he did a brew in a bag. But I was like, you know what? Once he did it and I saw it again, I was like, that's it. I'm buying it. I bought the same one he did, incidentally. That's one I had saved on Amazon for like months now. So this time it's just going to be 2-row again. I'm going to use some New Zealand hops that I got. I haven't decided which ones yet. I got to get my hops still, though. I was waiting for them to arrive at my work. I have to get all my deliveries because someone's there to sign all the time. I looked yesterday, today's Sunday. I looked this morning, and they've been delivered at my work, and it just says that they were just sitting on the outside in the front of my work. So I have to go get them. So yeah, you guys want to come with me? Yeah? Oh, yeah, all right, let's go. Let's go. To be honest, I forgot what I bought. At least weren't sitting outside in the sun like I thought they were. Someone brought them in, which is nice. Bracao, Pacifica, Dr. Rudy, Huel Melon, which is a German hop, not New Zealand, but I want to try it in something. Australian Melba, and experimental hop called Brew. I think it's an American hop. So I think the ones I want to mess with are some of these New Zealand ones. These three here, Raquel, Pacifica, and Dr. Rudai. I'm going to double check and see what is in each of those. I think they're fruity. Dr. Rudai, tropical fruit aromas, passion fruit and peach. Pacifica, beautiful blend of old world and floral and spice, bright citrus of the new world. The juicy aroma is best described as orange marmalade. Raquel, apricot, plum, mango, pear, and other stone fruits. I'd love to do like a single hop on some of this. I'll decide on the fly. We'll figure it out.
Everything about you.
So I thought this is pretty interesting. The sous vide, it seems like it's getting through the whole mash. I was a little concerned it wouldn't, because it's on the edge over here. But it seems to me like it's working pretty well. It's foaming up like pretty extensively though. Take a look. That right there is the mesh. See all this foam here. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I just don't want it to get like all the way to the top. But it's just foam. It's not actual water. Uh-oh, just went error on me. It's going error. It's blinking. So I pulled it out like an idiot. Have to redo it again. Alright, let's see what the temperature shows here. See if it's staying consistent. It's been about 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes. So yeah, that's dropped by 3 degrees. I'm going to actually put the temp higher. I'm going to put it to 155. Let it go from there. And see if that can compensate for that degree drop. So yeah, check on it again in about another 20 minutes and see what the temp's at. Okay, there's about 5 minutes left here in the mash, or the timer, I should say. Let's see how it held. I meant to do this a little sooner, but I was doing things. That's amazing. Check it out. I'm purposely holding that at the very edge away from the sous vide. And that's a 2 degree difference from how I have it set now, 155 degrees Fahrenheit. You feasibly set this in 3 degrees higher and it'll compensate for that really well. You know, you could even do a set mash with this, you know, and 30 minutes in, raise up to like whatever you want, 156 degrees Fahrenheit range, and do your out family's rest. And then, yeah, do a mash out from there. And you can feasibly even mash out with this. You feasibly could heat this up to 170 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's really cool to see this works that well. Let's keep going with the brew day. This is lovely. This is lovely.
Everything about you.
Oh man, that is at 10:54. I was going for 10:45. That is bonkers efficiency. So holding it at a temperature within 2 degrees of where I wanted to the whole time, I think had a huge impact on my efficiency. Also, I think doing a warm sparge does bump it up by a couple gravity points. That's what it seems like, at least. As of right now, it's showing 83% efficiency. So that's insane. I have about 20 minutes left in the boil. I'm gonna take a gravity reading right now and see where I'm at. I'm curious. My end goal was 1064, so, or 1065, somewhere in that range. So let's see. This should be interesting. I'm at 1062. All right, I'm gonna turn the boil way down to like a little simmer. I'm obviously gonna have more volume that way, probably, but if I finish somewhere in 1070, I'll be happy. So it's a little higher than I wanted, but it's somewhat in the ballpark. So crazy. I mean, I guess I could dilute down some distilled water. That might be an option I do at the end too as well. We'll see. So this little hop screen here, dual purpose. With you'll be able to use it for the sous vide, hops in the boil, and I'm probably gonna put hops in it in the keg as well. So really, really nice dual purpose thing. So I'm gonna throw it in the boil and just let it float around in there and see what I get. Guys, snafu to the brew day. I went to get some ice to cool the wort down. Right when I got here, this happened. The entire exit is blocked. My boil is going. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have 10 minutes left in the boil. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. 7 minutes left in the boil. Still here. 4 minutes left in the boil. I don't even know what's going on. I was in there for like literally 30 seconds. So it looks like they are moving the ambulance. Thankfully Sarah was home and she was able to turn off the boil. So I'm gonna get a little extra steep in this, probably about 10 minutes of steeping hops. Wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault this time, guys. 1073.
Everything about you.
All right, I want to mark this one now before I forget. Call this one early dry hop. I will be using a lager yeast. So I'm going to do split 50-50 with what I have in here. I have about 30 or so. I don't know. I think it's a little underpitched, so I'm going to have to figure something out for that. I do have another beer that's done fermenting, my last raw ale attempt number 2. So I could use the yeast for that as well. I just finished. I could go into secondary. So I'll probably do that tomorrow, but got some yeast in here for now. Crazy weird brew day. I can't believe how much efficiency I got. Yeah, I'm gonna keep experimenting. I'm excited for this one. Hopefully this isn't the last hazy experiment IPA, but I think it is, because unless I do something drastic, this is about as I'm maxing it out really as far as the tests go. I could do a cryo hop one versus a regular pellet hop one, but Scott Janish did that already on his website. I'll link that in the description below. I did in the other ones as well, I think, in the other videos I made. But either way, I'll link it below. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Stay tuned for the tasting of this once it's up. Probably 3 weeks or so. I intend to keg these, so it shouldn't take too long. And yeah, get out there and keep getting weird, guys. Just keep getting weird.
Everything about you.